What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, and first of all, I want to give a shout out to Ticket TV. Um, he's the first one to break this story on YouTube about LeBron James being ruled out for the next two games. And if you haven't subscribed to Ticket TV, please do. And there's no bullshit on his channel. All right, I want to read from an article. I'm going to put it in the description box. It's from businessinsider.com. The title of it is LeBron James is in the midst of the worst injury of his career and is coming at a dangerous time for the Lakers. And the article was written by Scott Davis. Scott Davis gets credit for this article. I'm going to put it in the description box. LeBron James's groin injury is now the worst injury of his career. I want to skim a little bit through this one because it's kind of looks like it might be kind of long. James has now missed the Lakers' last 11 games since injuring his groin against the Warriors on Christmas Day. James's agent, Rich Paul, told ESPN that James would miss at least the next two games. He's being re-evaluated on Wednesday. There's a reason to think James may still be out for a while. Lakers head coach Lou Walton told reporters on Tuesday that James has been doing half-court work with the team, but hasn't yet been doing full court work. That means James isn't yet running full court after sitting out for 3 weeks. The Athletic's Joe Varden reported that when James's groin strain was initially diagnosed, the Lakers found a small tear in his groin. Groin injuries are among the trickiest and most nagging in sports, and if James were to re-injure it, it would be worse than this initial bout. Lakers have gone 4-7 since his injury, and that James will miss at least 13 total games minimum, making it the longest and most serious injury of James's career. Ticket TV made a good point in his video where he thought that the Lakers wouldn't bring him back playing against the Warriors and would try to have a softer opponent to bring him back in, like, maybe the Phoenix Suns. That's a good, that was a great observation by him, because you don't take a guy who hasn't played in nearly a month or at least 3 weeks and put him in a situation he's playing against the league's best team. You don't really do that. And the Lakers' schedule gets very this is a very tumultuous situation for them, man. The Lakers play against some really good teams, but they played the Sixers twice. The rest of the way, they're going to play the Pacers, they're going to play the Celtics, they play the Clippers, and then they play the Warriors again later down the stretch. And 5 of these games are on the road. And it's not looking good for this team, man, down the long stretch. It's not looking good for the Lakers. And realistically, the Lakers will have to win, 45 games maybe to make the playoffs. I'm just guessing 44, 45 games minimum. And right now, they're barely hovering above 500. So now you're asking this team to play without LeBron James against two pretty tough opponents. And then down the stretch, you're going to play against some really tough teams. You got some really tough road games. And then you're going to have a LeBron James who, there's another thing that can be said about this. LeBron James hopefully will be 100% when he comes back, will be 100% physically healed from this injury. But one thing I'm concerned about is how will his injury affect him mentally? Will he be less aggressive? Will he have his injury on his mind? One thing that for instance, I'm thinking about, like, for instance, with Gordon Hayward, uh, and he has sucked this year, and he's getting protection because of his complexion by the mainstream sports media, but he sucked. Had this been Paul George, he'd be talked about more. But anyway, I'm wondering if that might affect James's play. Man, will he be tentative? I mean, of course he's going to be tentative for a couple of games, but will he be more tentative for like a while, like or maybe for an extended period of time? How will this affect his play? Will he be more passive offensively? Uh, these are things that are left out there to be considered. But the Lakers, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs this year. I really don't. I see the Lakers probably finishing. This is just a guess, and I could be wrong, but I think the Lakers come up just short, man. I think they win like 39 or 40 games this year. I think they're going to come up short. And, yeah, I think they're going to finish like 39-43 or 40-42, and they're going to finish like in ninth or maybe even as low as 10th spot in the Western Conference. That's just me. If they were to make the playoffs, it would be a minor miracle. All right. But to me, all right, this is just me giving my opinion right now. I always get the impression that a lot of players off the record, they will never say it on the record, but a lot of players off the record, and the closest you got on the record was Kevin Durant, but he was speaking in code. I think a lot of players off the record dislike LeBron James for whatever various reasons. I get the impression that they don't like him. I think that a lot of teams, when they play against the Lakers right now, and especially when he comes back initially, they smell blood in the water. They want to beat this guy. I think a lot of NBA players, a lot of them have egos. I think they get annoyed and jealous at all the media attention this guy gets, and it amps them up to want to play against his team and beat him. That's just me. It's almost like playing against a team like the Warriors, but they're just not that good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when these guys are playing against the Lakers, it's like they're playing against LeBron James. They want to beat LeBron James. And this injury for the Lakers and for LeBron James comes at an absolute wrong time, as the article states. I mean, there's no good time for injuries. But as Ticket TV has stated numerous times, the Lakers lost a lot of games earlier this year that they should have won. They lost a lot of games that they should have won, and it's coming back to bite them. Because you look at the schedule, and they have the hardest schedule left in the NBA. Like, really, the Lakers would have been in a better position to withstand this difficult period of time if their record was similar to maybe like OKC. If they had like a record of like 26-14 or so right now, or whatever the hell it is right now, it should be. If they had a record like of 20 right now, let's just say they were 26-15 or something like that. I don't know. I'm just speaking off the top of my head. That would have been sustainable. Okay, you're like, okay, well, they're probably still gonna make the playoffs. But the fact that they're so close to 500, then you got all these marquee games coming up. All these teams, the Sixers, a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. You got to play Golden State soon. You got to play Golden State again later on. I think they play OKC again after they play them today. I think they play against a lot of marquee teams. Atlanta Hawks, Uh, I just don't. I don't see it either, man. I think LeBron James is going to miss the playoffs for the second time in his career, man. But tell me what you guys think.